from the start and how they've evolved as now sportscasters out of the UAP. So that's my safe answer.
Okay, question lang here in the notebook, with the instructions, ito, two winners, George and Mia. Ano? Do we win or are we the prizes?
Oh, may contest pa pala kayo.
George and
Well, why do we really have to compare who's better, George or si
Right
Leah?
here, hello.
And then just put them together. Di ba, Sir Mel?
Let's just put them together
Yeah,
and we'll all go home.
Yun. Di ba, Sir Mel?
Anyway, going back to the game tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Game,
Gusto ng tip ng mga ending.
well, no, they can meet us outside the building later. All right, gut feel check. Gut feel check. Meaning, I'm going to ask people here who they think will be the hero of tomorrow's game. Just based on gut. No stats, please, Magu. Just based on yes.
Is that from Ateneo or from Lasal?
Both. If the Green Archer guys will predict who the Green Archer hero would be.
Or they can also predict who the Ateneo hero will be.
Well, if they go. Mel, I'll save you for last. Green Archer guys, you get started.
Go. Magu.
Me? It has to be JV. I haven't seen him in
JV.
so long, so I really, really want to see him.
JB Gayoso.
O yan, panahon ni Richard
Kaya
yan.
Richard, JB Yango eh.
JV Casio, Enrico Meyerhofer.
All right. Jason.
It's really tough. I would think, and this is really off. I just think Cholo, just because he's gone through the first two games, and he's a senior, and as a senior, you really want to play your best, and he hasn't really had that one defining game as a senior for an Ateneo.
How
Lasal.
would you describe his season so far? I mean, with all the expectations and.
I think the expectations coming in were so high because some people were even touting him to be an MVP at one point. But there's been other players that have come to the forefront aside from him, and I think this might be his game. I just have a feeling. And on the flip side, for Ateneo, it's kind of funny because you think for sure that La Salle is gonna shut down Chris Chu because of what happened. You just have that feeling, but he just came off an off day against NU, so it's like a toss-up. So he should play well, but La Salle will be keying up on him.
Mr. Magoo?
The funny thing is, with Cholo, he started the season in the starting unit of Coach Franz. At some point, after a few games, he got relegated to the bench, and JV Casio started for the team. Kasi nga, JV has a hard time when he comes off the bench, as we've noticed. For tomorrow's game, I think Bader Malabes, as of late, has started to figure out how to play within the Franz
actually might
Pumaren
agree with
system. He's started to figure out how to play in that system. He came up with 12 points last game, and he had 18 points in round number 1. I think JV, he hasn't played that well. He hasn't played a 40-minute game in both the Ateneo LaSalle games. He will have a good game, but Bader Malabes might just be the X factor tomorrow.
Well, for me, I'm looking at a big guy who can defend against Araw one-on-one. Because,
Ilad.
sayang nga, wala na eh. Or maybe a guy who can just sacrifice himself and get thrown out of the game together with...
Take one for the team.
Then, seriously speaking, kasi, si Araw now commands a double team defense. It's like you before, yeah, of course. And, it's going to be easier. It's going to be easier for our guards to contain sila Chris Chu and the other guards if hindi na natin kailangan i-double si Ford Arrow. So, a guy who can probably defend the post very well, probably sila Washer. I'm looking at the defensive point of view kasi once we double team, rotation, minsan nalilate, or nagko-collapse sa middle. So, that frees up yung mga shooters na Ateneo. So, if we don't have to double team itong si Arrow, if we contain him, then it's gonna give LaSalle an easier time to stay with their man, especially the guards, and don't give them open looks at the basket.
Before we go to the Halikinu guys, boom. Who's going to play big tomorrow? Who's going to be the unexpected unsung
I don't know.
hero?
That was my question earlier, actually.
But just
I don't
you-
think I should say anything
No,
about
use your
it.
gut feel.
But here, but here, let me just say something about Cholo, since we were talking about Cholo. A lot of people seem to forget that he's also one of the best defenders in the guard lineup of Coach France and LaSalle. So as we all know, when that happens, it takes away some part of your offense sometimes. So I still think that even with his struggles, probably you question the consistency and all that, but I still think he has delivered in a lot of other ways for LaSalle, especially defensively, because siya yung nagbabantay yung mga katulad nila Chu, nila Jonathan Fernandez, the guys like that. So just to be fair with the whole, and I'm sure you guys want to be fair because you're schoolmates of Cholo, but from my vantage point, because I've said it so many times, that he is not only doing his thing, whether it's off the bench or as a starter, he's also doing his thing defensively, and sometimes it takes away from his offense. But in terms of a hero, I don't know. Personally, I want somebody unexpected, somebody that will totally, from a TV standpoint, dramatize the coverage. So that's what I wish for.
I just want to add also, one guy that just might. Simon Atkins, you notice his minutes starting to pick up slowly but surely.
Yeah,
I mean,
because now he's healthy.
yeah, because he's healthy and he's just
on-
giving
yeah.
positive.
Right. And he's on EDSA.
Yeah,
And South Super High.
Yeah, it's C5.
exactly. Yes. But aside from that, he's only getting his minutes and he's giving positive minutes for the team. He's probably for me the best defensive guard on that team right now at the point guard spot. He's faster, he's taller, he's quicker, and he's due to score anytime soon because a couple of field goals here and there. I just think that he might be an X factor in there for tomorrow.
Expect a Zubel guy to cheer for another
Say that.
Zubel guy. Mr. Zubel. Mel.
Sobel de Ayala. For the LaSalle side, I think it will still be, it will still be, the heroes will be Jet Li. I mean the triad, T.Y. Tang and Chris Chu. The master and, the follower, the friend, the best friend and all of that. They played well. They played the Savior Boys, okay? They played well the last two games, and I think it's between the two of them. And hopefully, sana from the Ateneo side, I think Chris Sumalinog is due to play.
Wow.
Kasi,
Antindi ng gut feel mo.
kasi palagay ko hinog na si Sumalinog. On the other side naman, I think Brian and Batrisevich will be cheering. No, but I think, like what I mentioned a while ago, anything can happen. The most important thing there is Simon Atkins. So when he holds the ball, he should say, Simon says go there. Simon says go there. Yun lang. Anyway,
Oh, high school.
Anyway,
College na si Richard.
oo. Hindi, grade school pa si Richard noon. Grade school principal.
Well, for the record, you mentioned TY and Chris. We actually were scheduled to have TY Tang and Chris Chu on the show, because they are good friends and they're key players. But as fate would have it, they needed to play another game tomorrow. So we wanted the players to get their rest for tomorrow's big game. Olsen, who's going to be the big hero tomorrow?
Ako, I think it's going to come from one of the big guys from Ateneo. I feel, sabi nga ni Boom, it could be Baklaw. Baklaw, sabi niya. Pero, I feel that the guards and forwards of Ateneo and LaSalle will cancel each other out. And ang advantage ng Ateneo will come from the big men, so I feel magiging factor yun big guys. And aside from that, feeling ko it's Norman Black. He's not a player,
Old
he's a
Black
coach,
Magic,
but this is their third game. The players know each other very well from Ateneo and LaSalle. And I feel it's going to be a battle of the coaches.
Coach's game na. Coach's game.
And I feel Norman Black will bring out one of his last second plays and to win it for Ateneo tomorrow.
So, maglalaro si Kramer tsaka si
Escalona.
Escalona.
Hindi. Oy, tinanong niyo ako, sino na maging factor?
Sino?
Si Yuri ulit.
Gut feel yan, gut feel. Gut feel yan. O, Leah.
Wow, syempre you asked me to speak after everyone
Yeah.
else.
So, Leah, who's the best looking player? No, who's going to be the hero of tomorrow's game?
Well, at this point, I don't. Well, from the Ateneo standpoint, I really can't say. There are just a lot of options.